Welcome in. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, we're talking a little wide receiver news. The New York Jets have worked out former Giants and Lions wide receiver Kenny Golladay. I did not see this coming. This was a little bit of a surprise to me, but as I kind of rethink it, it makes a lot of sense given the connection with Aaron Rodgers, and we're kind of seeing a lot of the NFC North guys start to come over this way. Obviously, Dalvin Cook being the first one, along with all the Packers that followed Rodgers over here. But Kenny Golladay, I was kind of thinking the Jets were set at wide receiver, at least for right now, with the exception of like one of the major trades, like a Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Darnell Mooney, Tyler Boyd, Hollywood Brown, one of those types of wide receivers. But we're working out Kenny Golladay, so clearly the Jets have some level of interest in wide receiver. Even just after cutdown day, I'm thinking like, okay, we got this Gibson and Brownlee like story. Like who's the odd man out if you wind up bringing in Golladay? Now, as of this video, of me recording at least, the Jets are not expected to sign Kenny Golladay or any of the other players that the Jets wound up working out. They actually worked out a few guys, quarterback Anthony Brown, running back Ellis Merriweather, wide receivers James Proche, and former Jet wide receiver Jeff Smith. So interesting that the Jets are poking around wide receivers. Three of the players they worked out were wide receivers. So interesting stuff. As it stands right now, the New York Jets are sitting at $9.5 million in salary cap according to Spot Track, $9.4 million according to Over the Cap. I don't know where the rest of our money just went. I did a video the other day and it was like $20 million. So who knows? Maybe this is with the practice squad and maybe some transactions that hadn't hit earlier. But Jets are sitting around $10 million in salary cap space as it stands right now. Kenny Golladay, he's 29 years old, 6'4", 213 pounds. Last year had 6 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Very disappointing Giants career. Those final 2 years, 2021 and 2022, he was with the New York Giants. That final year in Detroit in 2020, it was kind of, I don't want to say understood, but it felt like to a lot of NFL fans that Kenny Golladay was taking it easy so that way he can hit free agency and try to get a big contract. So that's why you're seeing these 3 years of like not so great play. After his first 3 years were, 2,700 yards and 19 touchdowns. Where did this guy go? He just basically disappeared as soon as he wound up signing his big deal and going to New York. So I would have to imagine if the Jets were to sign Kenny Golladay at some point or look to bring in a receiver like him, you're not looking to pay a whole crazy ton of money for him given the previous few years of production. You're not going to pay him a high dime because he's been getting $18 million a year and he clearly did not do anything. So this contract would be a lot cheaper, I think, for the New York Jets than some of the other options that we had discussed previously. Could he be reinvigorated with someone like Aaron Rodgers under center? Or are we just kind of getting someone in here that, basically just wanted to get a paycheck and kind of checked himself out is what it seemed like the last 3 years. I don't know. I don't know what to make of Kenny Golladay because I was really excited to see him hit free agency. And even as like a Jet fan, when the Giants signed him, I was like, oh, okay, they got a good wide receiver. It's going to be fun to see him with Daniel Jones and see how this sort of develops, and just nothing transpired. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. Are you interested in Kenny Golladay at all? Would you prefer the Jets to sign him because he's going to be a lot cheaper? Do you think he's got anything left in the tank, or do you think he's washed and totally not, worth our time? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.